Hi everybody, Appy the App Dice here. I'm here to teach you today how to teach like a pirate and do an amazing app smash using several puzzle apps such as Up in Pieces, Stick Around, EdPuzzle, Thinglink, and use it all with the Google Classroom as well as Google Apps for Education. So stay with me, Appy the App Dice, recorded on October 7th, 2014 and happening now. Ha ha! So you may be asking, Appy, what is actually an app smash? Well, an app smash is actually when you take one or more apps and you actually put them together. It doesn't matter if it's on an iOS, a Chromebook, Google Apps, Android, or even Kindle. The point is to use apps together or technology to create one complete lesson or project for you and your students. So I'm going to tell you how to use that with various puzzle apps that you can do in a Thinglink. So what I'm going to use here is actually a whole little thing you can do with your students about solving and creating their own puzzles using the apps EdPuzzle, Stick Around, Google Apps for Education, and how to incorporate it all into your Google Classroom, and also use some great apps such as Up in Pieces, as well as Substitution if you do not have these apps or you use a different platform. So let's get going, mateys. So for this exercise, we're going to go and use shakeuplearning.com by the great Casey Bell. I recommend checking out her website at shakeuplearning.com or finding her on Twitter at shakeuplearning. We're going to use this wonderful, amazing app-smashing Google Apps for Education dice she just recently came up for. How this works is first establish this as a Thinglink. The Thinglink, as you can see here, can be set up to be accessed on any device through an app on Android or iOS, or can be accessed through any type of computer browser, and we'll set up for a map. But to make this all work, first we go to Padlet at padlet.com and set up a board. The reason why Padlet works so well is because it can be worked on any device. You can do it on desktop, Chromebook, Android devices, and yes, you can even do it straight up through iOS on your iPad or iOS device. You drive up the students into 3 teams or 4 depending on your class time. Right here, Team A, Team B, and Team C. We're going to actually teach them a various puzzles. So if they're A right here, they will click on it where it says go green to red and then back to green. If you notice this actually, this is this Thinglink right here. Google Forms, Google Hangouts, and Google Drawing. How this works is they will actually go over to the app on here on their Padlet or on their desktop computer and click on the Thinglink. Once they get to the Thinglink, they will go over here and we'll do a direct draw where they will actually answer a form about certain emotions. Once that actually works, they're going to go over and draw those right here on Google Draw and save that to their devices or email. So what you can do with this picture is actually turn it into a puzzle. So the next students, of course, will go over to the Hangout here, which is actually say right here, create in upinpieces.com. Upinpieces.com actually works very well in a couple of areas. If you click on it, it will take you to a website where you can actually create your own puzzles by creating your account right here. Teachers can create an account, fill out the information, and then upload their pictures to create a puzzle from their pictures. And it actually works on iOS as well. With Up in Pieces, what you do is you actually upload the drawing or image you want and actually create. So what you do is you go to create a puzzle, do it from your pictures. If you're on the desktop version or Chromebook, you just upload directly from the site. Pick your picture. Make sure you crop and move it in the correct spot. Hit the check mark. And once everything's set, you can choose what you want to actually make it in what shape or form, from 20 pieces all the way to swivel of 42 and oval. In this case, I'm going to go with a heart puzzle since we're talking about feelings and empathy. Once I check it, Up in Pieces will create it. And what's so great about this, if you want to, is you can actually share and upload this picture directly to your Google Drive. You simply go to Share, And all you do next is actually just do a simple snapshot. The teacher can then upload the picture directly from there. Or if you want to try a different way with a QR code, you can actually share it on one of the social networks. It will bring up a picture as well as a QR code as shown right here. And all you have to do is take a quick snapshot and upload it directly into your Google Drive classroom. It's a fun and simple way to create this type of activity. For the next step, we're going to go on to clue number 2 for Team B. As you can see, blue plus yellow equals, what is this? Well, it works very similar too. You can do it right here for Stick Around app. Students will go over here and be brought to a website, right into a Google Doc, where they will have to make a stick around. Basically, they will do a match search in which they must find the correct path from their home to their school. And then they go into the app itself and create it. Once they've created the stick around puzzle, they will save it and upload it directly to their Google Drive, which they can then go right through to their classroom like so, and log in and upload the final assembly puzzle directly to the classroom that they already belong to. If you need more information on how to use Google Classroom, please check the URL that's below it, mateys, and you will find out how you also can be a Google for Education's classroom. On the final step for my Padlet here, we will look at the final team. The final group, Team C, says green leads to blue, that leads to yellow, and back again. So how does this work here? Well, if you of course know this is the Google Drive. If you click on the Google Drive app course, you will see that the final form is to solve an EdPuzzle. One thing that's great about EdPuzzle is that you can be worked on all platforms from Chromebooks to desktop to iPads. Simply go to EdPuzzle, have your students log in with their class code right here, and you can have and use and create an EdPuzzle. One thing that's great about EdPuzzle is actually using videos from YouTube that you can set up as quizzes. What's even better about this is now, especially if you're an iPad school, that it actually has its own app now. It works very similar to the thing. You click on the EdPuzzle, and the student will put in a classroom code by the teacher and actually work on their EdPuzzle like so. It's a very interesting way to do this. It also is great to assemble puzzles and everything else. Now, some of you may be asking, well, what happens if I don't have an iPad? What happens if I'm not a Chromebook, but I actually do use Google Apps for Education? No problem. Students can actually go up and do the same puzzle creation. They go to Create and go to Presentation. Much like a slideshow, they will actually drop images for a puzzle to assemble. Once they do this, they will pick their theme, title their subject, and of course at least create a minimum of 5 slides. They will do the introduction and drop in the puzzle, but what they will do is hyperlink it with an actual 2 and actually do this. They will check the slide, press the 1, and either can select next slide or the slide over. This way they can create an assembled slideshow puzzle that they can also share or upload directly to their Google Classroom and assemble it. It's a very interesting way to have your students become puzzle makers. Each puzzle lesson should take each group 20 to 30 minutes per class period. Over the course of the next couple of days, switch up. Team A becomes Team B, Team C becomes Team A, and so forth and so forth. Once everything is finished, finish it up with what the students have learned with Collaborative Reflective, what they would have done differently, and which apps they liked best to use to make their own puzzles here. And that's going to do it here for Puzzles in the Classroom. I hope you've enjoyed this amazing tutorial and everything else. Please head over to shakeuplearning.com to check out more of Casey Bell's amazing Google Apps for Education, app smashes, and tutorials. And of course, come right over here to taking your classroom to the next level or following us on Twitter at Ryan7Reed. This is Appy the App Dice. I will see you later, me hearties. Ha 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 ha.